S-E-Y, you know? Double S-E-Y. You know? Where we've been talking about like some whole damn shit where we can see that far, you know? It's been a long journey where we see that far. All those great news we've been talking about from the first part. So now it's time to move on about something new now. Okay? So we're going to talk about something else where we're not talking about America because it's fully crap shit. So don't think about fake news. Thank you. Okay, so here comes the subjection news. Okay, subjection news. There's so many homelessness that has been going on in Oakland, like so far since like from years ago, especially from 2 years ago, since after they split to their families, who have been hungered by the people of port, especially people that have been lose their jobs by destroying those televisions, destroying all those kitchenwares after they lost to the Cavaliers from like a few years ago. Man, that cost for the bills for the house. I'm like, seriously, people in Oakland are most upset and angry people to their fans where we've seen that far. Especially for the fans for the Raiders and the A's. I'm like, how would the hell the fans do this to this shit? If they don't need the teams like what they need, they could have just abandoned all those homelesses. I'm like, seriously, if Oakland can be like in a third world country, they need to get like a new mayor for Oakland. So that the still people in Silicon Valley can create his own idea. At least we don't need like Libby Schaaf. They need just like resign Libby Schaaf or fire her. If they lose all those sports teams, or especially the A's, well, I heard the A's are moving to Las Vegas because most people are poor. They don't need the A's anymore. They don't need the Raiders anymore if they move to Vegas till next year. The 2020s is to start to make all those African Americans and those white Christians to be enslaved too. Isn't that possible? Of course. It's so extremely polluted. It's not good for most of the people that we're seeing that far. I'm like, seriously, this is like the third world country we've seen that far today. I'm like, this is like the most people we've been expanding we're talking about. You know? We're rich, you know, we're most Californians. This has to do with the race. This is what the some guy on YouTube, I don't remember his name. He's a big fan of all those Oakland sports. But maybe it's the guy named like Zini. If you watch like Zini62 for all those videos when he was talking about how the Raiders are leaving or A's or Warriors, watch them. You see how that's to do with the racism and shit. Think about it. But most of these people are been discommunicating and discriminating about these people, what they've done before. Most of the teams in Oakland haven't been affected as an Oakland sport since the civil rights movement, LGBTQ law, since California used to be a United States of America as a state. Before California was a private finance state because of the constitutional payment doesn't need it to be pay off away by Jerry Brown. That's the reason why people just cannot exclude in their lives. That's why most of the people in Oakland are homeless. This is why people can't find jobs. People can't find schools, work, or can't find any money to give. You know what I mean? And it's hopeless because, people can't find hope, and especially people when they were abandoned. But without them, like those people from the hood, like Sureños and Norteños or Bloods and Crips around Oakland, all of these is just homeless. That's it. If they don't want to be civilized with civil rights with black or white people, California would not need that much of that people. All they do is just civilize to their lives, and that's it. And there's nothing that they can do about it because people are they're just rich and poor, you know? San Francisco is rich, and most of the cities are rich because they're part of the Silicon Valley and Napa Valley. You know what I mean? And most of the Southern California regions, they're part of that. They were really rich too. They've been growing so fast, especially Baja Sur de California. So Well, the other one too, if on the other hand. So who knows? Who knows if they're going to compete? Who knows if they're going to deal with it? Especially for regions of Nevada and regions of Arizona. Who knows? Who knows who's going to compete? So I guess whatever the most people can white take from homelessness could lose their dollars, what they themselves for richest people they have. This is what the sports it doesn't need. And that's the reason why they've been losing all the news about the Trump supporters and all kind of stuff. You're gone. Especially for fake news too. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Mexican word of the day. Caro. Caro means like expensive. But caro is just, it seems like how much money that could be worth for homelessness or especially for the people of China. Don't think about it. Caro. It's too expensive to pay for the U.S. and China war. But if it's too cheap for People's Republic of California, how are they going to do that? Well, you never know. If you want to listen to Gavin Newsom or those politics about the California, if they have to help China or whatever, do whatever you can. Well, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's see if most of the politicians of the California will have to help it or whatever. So this is your boy Odyssey. Well, we'll see you in the next episode. So we'll keep an eye on all those episode finales. So it's Odyssey.